My name is Carlie Dedman. I'm from Hertford in Hertfordshire. I've lived around here my entire life. My fitness brand is Fitness by Carlie. I'm a personal trainer. Recently I've qualified to be a CrossFit Level 1 coach. About 5 years ago my husband and I went travelling. We spent a year in Australia. We were sort of training leading up to it. We then developed what we called the camper van workout, which was mostly walking lunges with great big water cartons, press-ups off the edge of our camper van, hanging things from trees, you name it, we tried it, even down to near-death experience of running across a national park, getting lost, and then somehow having to find our way back. And I think that, for me, that was where it really started to change the way I felt. Before that, I was a nursery school teacher. I did that for around 7-8 years. Then I moved on to become a lab technician, which I loved. I used to teach people how to use liquid nitrogen, so completely different position to here. When we got back from travelling, I didn't really want to go back into pharmaceutical, so it was either hairdressing or fitness. Worked for Nuffield for several years and then slowly, progressively got more and more clients. And then I moved on to here. It got to the point where I just felt like I needed to expand and sort of put to bed the classes a little bit because I wanted to take on my CrossFit a little bit more seriously because I absolutely love it. For me, it was always about PT, and I always said if my classes were starting to overtake the PT, I needed to sort of sit back and look at, this is what I really want to do. I've mostly got female clients. 12 is my youngest, where we just do 30-minute sessions once a week, and then ranging up to Susan, who is in her 70s. I chose to build my own space here because I wanted it to be my business. I'm a bit girly and I wanted to be able to have some fresh flowers, and I wanted to have my own rig. And this is something that I wanted to do for a very, very long time. I have been using Bulldog at Huntsman, which is the local box that I go to. So it's tried and tested. I wanted to have the highest quality I could across the board. It has everything that I wanted. I wanted the particular dumbbells, I wanted a personalised rig, bars, the flooring. It was all part of it really. A little bit of it is selfish purchase. I love wall balls. I love, I love lifting weights. A lot of it I know is transferable over to what I have programmed for my clients as well. I have got such a wide range of clients that it doesn't matter what you do outside of here. When you come in here, it's kind of all left at the door, if you like. So you might be a 12-year-old, who just wants to be a little bit fit and healthy. You might be a 70-year-old who wants to lift a bag of dog food. If you want to learn how to do a heavy lift, that's fine. I can do that. If you're looking to move a bit freer, I've also got equipment to cover that. It's so vast. Looking at my pregnant clients, they're not going to be doing PB squats, but I do know that I've got a bar that's suitable to be doing some deadlifts with. So I've got something for every one of them to go away and feel good about whether they've lifted something heavier, they've moved a bit faster. It's not always about being the strongest person in the room. A typical day would be 6:45 start, so I'd usually have 2 clients early in the morning, and then around 9 o'clock, that's the time that I take to do my own training. If I've got a little bit of a gap in between, then that's when I would get my skipping rope out and practice some double unders, or toes to bar, something sort of skill-based where I'm not going to break too much of a sweat. Maybe it's something from the day before and I just wanted to sort of nail that. I might have something I program for a client and I think I just want to try it out. But yeah, it's an addictive environment to be in. I'm going to Portugal for Tribal Clash in May. I've been asked to go with a couple of other people, a couple of other coaches. So for me, I just want to be as good as I can for that. I like to think it's a little bit different to your average PT space or PT studio. I think it's a little bit of a reflection on me as a person being in here as well, having the flowers, having the trainers up, etc, etc. So I want them to feel relaxed with me. I want people to feel like they can be themselves. If they're terrified to go to the gym, you know, there's nobody else here, it's just the two of us. Yeah, I want my space to be as personal as possible because I think that's what personal training is all about.